Hello everyone, Count Z3KO Trinity here. That's right, I am a wannabe vampire today. Because I just got done reading Goosebumps Vampire Breath. Now, going into the book, I've watched the episode countless times, and I wasn't quite fond of wanting to read this book. I immediately was thinking, oh, it's gonna suck. This is gonna be bad. But actually, it was quite opposite. I really enjoyed reading this book. The characters, Freddy and Kara, I like their development better in the book. Like, in the book, they're best friends, and they always, fight each other, physically. She'll punch him in the gut, and he's all like, oh, I can't breathe. But yet, they're, best of friends at all time, busting each other with chairs and, all kinds of shit. Back of the head with a baseball bat. Just the closest of friends. But in the actual episode, they decided to make them brother and sister. And in the episode, it was really lacking that whole connection between the two. They were just kind of there. So that's one thing I like more about the book right off the bat than I did the episode. But all in all, the book was very, very good. I read it all in one day, and I really, really enjoyed it. There are some problems I've had with it compared to the episode, and I'm going to bounce back and forth. So if you have not read this or watched the episode, I will be spoiling a lot of it for you guys. So I just want to let you know. If you don't know what Vampire Breath is about, it's about, I'm going to tell the detail of the book. It's about these two friends who one Saturday afternoon, Kara comes over to Freddy's house, and they're wanting to play a bunch of games like air hockey and stuff like that, back when God of War and all them didn't exist. Rainbow Six didn't exist. So they're all the time, fighting and carrying on. So they actually get into a physical tickle fight, and he ends up knocking over this really nice china cabinet, breaks all the dishes and stuff in it, and he's like, oh man, I'm fucked. But then he realized, hey, there's a door behind there all along. So he opens the door, and it's a tunnel, and they follow the tunnel, and it ends in another door. You open that door, and it's just one room, no windows, nothing, and then just one coffin in the middle of the room. Now, in the episode, they were looking for birthday gifts, because they're brother and sister, and the parents went out for the night, and they're like, don't be looking in for your presents now, because apparently they were twins, and both their birthdays are in one day. So they're immediately after parents left, they're like, let's look for Christmas gifts. And that's when they come upon the basement where the cabinet is and the secret door. And then in the episode, the coffin's leaning against the thing. So yeah, I'll cut back to the book. Whereas they find inside the coffin, which was empty, a little bottle that says Vampire Breath on it. Now, before I get into any further detail, I wanted to go back. I'm going to backtrack because the beginning of this book, it begins with him babysitting this little boy, and I'm trying to remember his name. I think it was Tyler. Yeah, Tyler Brown. And he's scaring him to death by this made-up story about werewolf breath. So I think it's kind of ironic that when they see the bottle and it says vampire breath, it was one of those hidden kind of things. But yeah, they're like, what is this? And they open it up, and this green mist from Stephen King novel came out. And they're like, oh god, that smells like shit. That smells like someone ate up a bunch of onions and shit an onion. Well, all of a sudden this old guy appeared in the coffin, and they're like, is he dead? Where'd he come from? And then he opens his eyes, and they realize, oh shit, he's alive. And that's when he tells them, he's a vampire, and he can't remember anything. Where's his vampire breath? He needs that. And that he is so thirsty. He's thirsty, girls. But and here's the big difference between the book versus the episode. In the book, apparently, they have the ability to travel through time. At least the vampire breath does. Because when they open the bottle and it surrounds the room in like this black mist, which still smells like onion poop. And when the mist clears, he realizes, oh shit, we're inside of a mansion. A big old castle on a hill. Cue Ed Sheeran. But, yeah, that's the big difference. They actually travel back into the 1800s into where Count Dooku's lair actually is. And in the episode, they still had the whole kind of hidden, like there was more than just one room in his basement. Because the coffin, they flew into the coffin and it fell down and went like a whole roller coaster kind of thing all the way down to where they see like a bajillion coffins and all that. But inside his castle in 1800s, that's where they're located at right now. They see all these coffins, and then, you know, shit happens. You know, they want to get back, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. I'm trying not to ruin like too much of the actual plot, but that's pretty much the gist of it. They're trapped in his castle in the 1800s, and he's looking for his bottle of vampire breath, because vampire breath, what it is it's what gives them their power, gives them their memories, and that's why he needs it, because he has no teeth, because he was going to suck their blood right then and there, but he had no teeth, so he's like, shit, where the fuck did I put my teeth? How else am I going to eat this popcorn? And, but yeah, that's the whole gist of the story, is this vampire's trying to find his vampire blood and try to get his teeth, so that way he can, you know, drink their blood, because he's super thirsty, and he's like, y'all's not going to escape, I'm going to turn into a vampire, just calm your shit, stay right here, I'm going to find some shit. But they do follow the book, and the episode follows the legit story pretty good. They both have the encounter with, what's her name? That little girl vampire creature. Amelia, or, I don't forgot her little bitch ass name. It was like one of those funky names. Gwendolyn, that's it. They do have the encounter with Gwendolyn in both of them, and they both followed each other. It's really, really good. And I will have to give props to the actual episode. I did like how in the episode it showed him defeating Gwendolyn and then getting his youth back from the breath and then turning her into a bug. In the book, it just kind of leaves them fighting and then you just never hear from her again. So, I do like how they did that in the episode. And, what else did I like about the episode compared to the book? I'm not quite sure. It'll dawn on me soon enough, but yeah. And at the very end, that's where it all comes. The big differences between the episode and the book. The ending of the episode was where they get back home, and their mom and dad's there, and he's like, "Mom, Dad, there's a vampire here. Grab your garlic, grab the steak, grab your crucifixion." And then the vampire comes in, and she's all like, "Daddy, I haven't seen you in like 100 years." And then that's when they realize, oh shit, we're vampires as well. And it ends with them getting their own coffin. And it was like a minute since they turned whatever age they turned, where they get their teeth, stuff like that. In the book, of course, you know, it's just him. And it happens that way too. He finds out that he's the vampire. When I refer to him, I mean Freddy. And, you know, they talk about all that. Well, the grandpa remembers, oh, I left my teeth in the bathroom that nobody ever uses. And then he puts his teeth in. Then him and his mom and dad go out to eat. Humans. And so, that leaves Freddy and Kara. And Kara's all like, oh, wow, that's badass. You're a vampire. And she's like, I knew you were weird, but I didn't know you were that freaking weird. But they go looking in this bathroom at the end of the book, and they find this green bottle, and on the bottle it said like werewolf sweat. And it's like a Keenan and Kel, like, aw, here we go kind of moment where the bottle kind of gets opened and he's like, Kara, what do you think's going to happen next? And she's all like, and starts changing. You get the gist idea that she's going to change to a werewolf. Which you have no idea whether she's going to like kill Freddy right then and there and kill his whole family, or if they're going to kill her. It just kind of ends like that. All in all, I thought the book was really good. I did not quite like the time traveling thing. And that's what I was trying to think of. The other thing I liked about the episode. I like how in the episode it kind of leaves that whole time travel business out, and that this whole entire thing takes place in their basement because it has like that hidden, like a secondary hidden cave that leads to where all the other vampires had stayed. So I kind of like that instead of the whole, oh, the vampire breath caused us to go back in the 1800s. Now how are we going to escape? So I kind of like how they did it in that episode much, much better. If I had to give a rating to the book, I would probably give it about a 7 out of 10. There are a lot of moments that is quite boring. But once you get past all of that and you get back on the actual track of the good story, like the whole entire time that they were trying to escape from the castle, I felt that was like super boring. But the rest of it I thought was really, really good. So that whole huge chunk is why I gave it a 7 out of 10. But the characters themselves, I love them way better in the book than I did the episode. It kind of gave them more of a personality, I feel. Like, from the episode, I didn't really feel anything for them whatsoever. So, but yeah, that's my review of the book. I hope you guys give this book a chance if you have not read the book. And if you like really like the episode, then you really will like the book. If you have read the book, comment below and let me know what you gave a rating to it. Whether it's 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 1 out of 10. But yeah, let's look at the art, shall we? Like we have on the cover this really badass drawing of this scary vampire coming out of the coffin. And it has this bottle of vampire breath turned over. And like the goo is coming from the vampire's mouth out of the bottle. It's just really, really well done. The only thing that I'm like, what the hell has this got to do with anything, is he's holding like a dying bouquet of flowers. That has nothing to do in the story with flowers, but maybe it's just a symbol that he's dead. Like whatever he touches dies as well because of the flowers dying in his hand. But I'm not quite sure. Or you could take of it as, when he died, people have them holding flowers sometimes when they bury him and stuff like that, and the flowers had died, but, he hasn't. So I don't know what they were really thinking about this. But what I hate the most about it, in the corner it says, open wide and say, mouthwash. Like, what the fuck? Okay? Like, out of everything you could have said, I mean, I get it. Goosebumps is not meant to be, like, super scary. It's supposed to throw in those, like, comedy kind of things to, like, ease kids up a bit. But really, say mouthwash? Like, you could have said anything, like, open wide and say vampire, or say vampire breath, or say, oh, fuck. Yeah, because if the book says open wide, say, oh, fuck, I'm sure the parents are going to buy it for their kids. But let's see what the back of the book says, shall we? It says, he's a dentist's worst nightmare. Dentists are like, oh, fuck this, I'm out. I am out. Tough. That's Freddy Martinez and his friend Kara. They're not afraid of anything. But that was before they were exploring in Freddy's basement. before they found the secret room. Before they found the bottle of vampire breath. Poor Freddy and Kara. They should have never opened that bottle of vampire breath. Because now there's a vampire in Freddy's basement. No! Really? Like, what's this supposed to do? Oh, there's a vampire here. I should have known better than to open this bottle that says vampire on it. And he's very, very, very... I'll just drop my phone, why don't I? Very... Oh, we don't have the filters on this mode? Fuck. Well... Very thirsty. And I'll drop my phone again. That time I did it on purpose. But yes, do check out this R.L. Stine's Vampire Breath book. It is actually quite good. I was surprised by it. So yeah, that is my review of the Goosebumps Vampire Breath. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Comment below and let me know what book you want me to read next and review next. I'll probably end up picking one out of random because not many people comment anymore on the videos like this. But yeah, I'm Z3K. Oh, hold on. Get back into my character here. Just like Superman. I'm Count Z3KO Trinity. And I will see you in the next video.